Well, we're at the end of our detailed design phase, which marks the end of a 6-month period where we've taken the theory and logical plans that were developed before Data Futures began, and we've turned those into realistic blueprints that we think work in the real world and are to a standard that is good enough for us to build from. And indeed, the whole purpose of detailed design is to produce design material that is indeed good enough for practitioners and providers to change their business processes and start their development work ready for in-year data collection. There are broadly 2 parts to the output that we'll be publishing in September. So we will be publishing the technical stuff in terms of the data models, data dictionaries, field specifications, and coding frames for the new data collection. But we're also producing a collection schedule, which describes what data will need to be submitted and when. And broadly, the data collection schedule describes 3 reference periods, each signed off separately throughout the year. So the new collection schedule marks a significant change in the way that HESA approaches data collection. Everything that HESA does currently works on an annual basis. We have an annual bucket for data collection where a whole return is produced annually. In the new model, we break that down into 3 reference periods where data accrues over time. And the collection schedule will describe what data is required for submission in what period. The principle being that we build up a picture of what's happening over time, and we only need data that's relevant for that period. So in that sense, what we're not talking about is 3 HESA collections, 3 full collections a year. It's an incremental collection, and you only submit the data that's relevant. I think Data Futures is a really exciting program. I mean, I've seen in other sectors what benefits better data can yield. So in health, for example, where clinical coding practices are compared with NICE guidelines to determine and help manage the lag in prescription guidelines and what practitioners are actually prescribing on the ground. Or in local government, where data from services that protect vulnerable people, like Meals on Wheels, are linked to weather forecasts and road gritting to improve service. Or indeed in commercial business, where accurate supply and demand data makes a real difference where businesses are increasingly tight margin. None of these issues, none of these examples are about league tables, KPIs or scorecards. They're about regularly reporting the truth in order to drive a better outcome. I'm really excited to be part of that in HE.